Hello everyone, I just wanted to walk you through the math work for today. I know that fractions are really difficult for students as well as families, so I'm going to take you through step by step on how to solve these. First of all, I just want to say hi to everyone. I miss all the students a ton. I hope everyone and their families is safe and happy during these times. So we'll start with number 1. A group of 5 friends buy 3 cakes. If each friend eats an equal share of the cakes, how much will each friend eat? So I see equal share. I should know right away that that is division. And then I have to ask myself, am I sharing friends or am I sharing cakes? I know I can't cut up friends, so I'm sharing 3 cakes between 5 people. I can make that a fraction, 3 divided by 5, so each friend would get 3/5 cake. And that's your answer. If you did have 5/3, make sure you go through and recheck that because you cannot share friends in this story. You can only cut up cakes. For number 2, there were 5 cakes for the school dance. 5th grade ate 2 and 2 6th grade cakes. 4th grade ate 1 and 3/8 cakes. Estimate how much cake was left. So when it says estimate, I'm going to round to the nearest half. So for 5th grade's cakes, I know they either ate closest to 2 cakes, 2.5 cakes, or 3 cakes. To label 2 and 2/6, I know that the half mark would be 2 and 3/6. So 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6, 3 wholes. I label 2 and 2/6, and I see that it is closest to 2.5. So 5th grade ate about 2.5 cakes. 4th grade ate 1 and 3/8 cakes. I'm going to estimate that again. They either ate closer to 1 cake, 1.5 cakes, or 2 cakes. I know that 1 and 1/2 is equivalent to 1 and 4/8. So I do the same thing, label 1 and 3/8. So 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, 2 wholes. 1 and 3/8 I label, and it's closest to 1 and 1/2. So I know 4th grade ate about 1 and 1/2 cakes. So now I can go ahead and solve. If I know that there are 5 cakes in all, 5th grade ate 2.5 cakes about, 4th grade ate about 1.5 cakes. I have to find out how much is left. So I need to add these first and then subtract from 5. So to add up how much 5th and 4th grade ate together, 2 and 1/2 plus 1 and 1/2. 1/2 plus 1/2 is 2/2. I'm going to move that over to the whole side. 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 4. So 5th and 4th grade ate about 4 cakes. There was 5 altogether. And I should see that there is about 1 cake left. Remember, it's estimation, so always estimate first like you would in the real world. For number 3, 2/6 of the students at Whitewater Academy ate nachos for lunch. 2/3 of the students who ate nachos also had chocolate milk. What fractions of the students in the school are eating nachos and chocolate milk? So the first thing I'm going to do is represent all of the students at the school. I can just do that by making a rectangle. So I know that 2/6 of them ate nachos, so I'm going to label 2/6. 3, 4, 5. 1/6, 2/6. These students ate nachos. The rest of them had something else. Maybe chicken, maybe salad, not nachos. And then 2/3 of those students who had nachos also had chocolate milk, so I'm going to label that. And that's 1/3 of the students who ate nachos. Here's 2/3, so this would be chocolate milk. And in all, I can see that there are 4 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. 4/18 of the students ate nachos and chocolate milk. You can also simplify that It's both even, so you know that you can divide your numerator and denominator by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 18 divided by 2 is 9ths. So your final answer is 2/9 of the students had nachos and chocolate milk. And if you would like to use an equation, you would have to find 2/3 of the students. Well, it's 2/6. So you have to do 2/3 of 2/6. This of means multiplication. 2/3 times 2/6, and you get your numerator is 4. 3 times 6 is 18. You get the same answer whether you solve using a model or an equation. I'm going to move on to the back. And it says, Mrs. Maloney drew a rectangle with an area of 15 square feet. Which set of measurements can Miss Maloney use? Well, I know area of a rectangle is length times width, so I would have to multiply these to figure out which one of them would equal, in all, 15. I know that 3 times 5 is 15, so I'm going to cross out A, because my answer is going to be more than 15. If I multiply these two fractions together as well, I'm going to get an answer higher than 15. I'm also going to cross out D, because 5 times 4 is 20, so my answer here will be more than 20. Can't be 15. And then I'm left with B and C. I think C might be a little bit low, so I'm going to test B first. It's 4 1/2 times 3 1/3. I do first here. 3 times 4 is 12. My first partial product is 12. 3 times 1/2 will give me 3/2. And I know that that's equal to 1 1/2. My second partial product is 1 1/2. Next, I have 1/3 times 4. That would be 4/3. I know that that's equal to 1 1/3. And finally, I have 1/3 times 1/2. That answer is 1/6. To find out what all of this equals, I have to add up my 4 partial products. So 12 plus 1 1/2, I'll make a fraction T-chart, plus 1 1/3, plus 1/6. I can't add these yet because there are 3 different denominators, so I'm going to make them a common denominator of 6. 1/2 equals 3/6. 1/3 equals 2/6. And 1/6 is still 1/6. 3/6 plus 2/6 plus 1/6, that's 6/6, and I can move that over to my whole section. 1 plus 12 is 13, 14, 15, and B does equal 15 in all, so B would be the dimensions of my rectangle. 4.5 feet by 3 1/3 feet. I don't have to test C because I already found my correct answer. For number 5, Ashley, Azaria, and Cameron are on the cheer team. The table below shows the score each girl made at the cheer competition. The team score is the total for all of the team members. So I have cheerleaders and their score. And if the highest possible score is 30, how many more points did the team need to have the highest possible score? So first I need to find out their team score, and I would need to add Ashley's, Azaria's, and Cameron's together. Or Carmen's, sorry. I'm going to make a place value chart to add these. 9 1/10 plus 8 84/100 plus 9 45 thousandths. My first step is to annex the zeros, and now I can add. For my thousandths, it's 5. Hundredths, I have 8 hundredths. Tenths, I have 9 tenths. And ones, I have 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 plus 9 is 26 ones. So I have 26 and 985 thousandths is the team score, but the highest possible score is 30. So my last step would be to subtract. So the best possible score minus what they had. And make a place value chart again. And I can do 30, take away their score, 26 and 985 thousandths. Annex my zeros. So 30 is equivalent to 30 and 0 thousandths. And I can't do 0 minus 5, so I need to borrow, need to borrow, need to borrow. Can take away a 10. That can be 10 ones, but I'm going to take away a 1. 1 is equal to 10 tenths, but I'm going to take away a tenth. 1 tenth is equal to 10 hundredths, but I'm going to take away a hundredth. And 1 hundredth equals 10 thousandths. For my thousandths column, I would have 5, hundredths column 1, tenths column 0, ones column 3, and that would give me the difference. So they would need 3 and 15 thousandths more points. So they were really close to a perfect score. And finally, our last one. Mrs. Murphy has 1/2 pound of chocolate. She put the chocolate in 8 bags. What amount of chocolate did Mrs. Murphy put in each bag? My first step is to draw out how much chocolate Mrs. Murphy has. So if this represents 1 whole pound, I'm just going to cut it in half and represent 1/2 pound. This orange section represents the chocolate she has, so then she's going to put it into 8 bags. So bag 1, bag 2, bag 3, bag 4, bag 5, bag 6, bag 7, and bag 8. I'll separate them, but I want to separate out the whole pound because we want to know about the whole we're looking at. And I can see bag 1 would be 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1/16. Bag 2 is also 1/16, so it's bag 3 in every bag. Each bag has 1 1/16 pounds of chocolate in it. If you were wondering the expression we did, we took 1/2 and then we split it evenly into 8 groups, and our answer was 1/16. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out and I'd love to speak to you about this. Thank you for watching, and I hope we all were really successful. Have a great day. Bye.